Hey everyone, hope you are well. Top 3 reasons why LinkedIn is dying as a professional network. Point number 1, let's do an experiment and open your LinkedIn right now. Technically speaking, how many professional posts can you see on your wall? My wall is filled up with asinine posts from wannabe influencers with a post full of crap, adding little to no value to my knowledge, accompanied with a wannabe pretty picture of boys and girls. Leaving the idiotic post aside, let's talk on the pretty picture for a moment. What add on value is that picture adding to my life? Is that picture in any way related to the content of the post? Is there any other purpose to that picture in addition to being an eye candy for gents and ladies globally? Does it not seem like a desperate attempt for wannabe influencers to have you follow them just for the pictures? Point number 2, what is the second most recurring post on your LinkedIn wall? In my wall, the second most recurring post are sales related posts, and I'm not just talking corporate sales. I'm rather talking individual sales with fresh graduates from colleges, irrespective of whatever it is, giving paid services on career hacks with a person who is in college, currently studying in a college, offering paid services for corporate interview training. Don't get me wrong, and I ain't denying that freshers can be good in the field of their choice, but you will agree that any training or guidance given to an external party, irrespective of whatever it is, must find its provenance in deep experience in a particular field. A person who has never done sales and running courses on giving sales demo calls is overconfident, arrogant, and rather insulting. I sincerely believe that such services, without any judgments from my side on the inherent value, still might find a better home on freelancing and consulting websites. Additionally, how many of these posts are political in nature? That is the next thing that you must search for. How many of these posts are religious in nature? How many of these posts are sexual in nature? Point number 3, let's do another experiment. Are you part of any groups on LinkedIn? Personally speaking, I am part of several groups on LinkedIn which has several million members, and as an experiment I did post in them. Can you guess what is the average view per million users which are part of that group that I got in such groups? Basically, the average views per million users which are part of those groups. How many views do you think I must have received when I posted in such groups? It is less than 100. The reason to think is why. Why are these groups so passive, so dormant? To answer this question, we must go back in time and figure out how they were even formed. Were they active earlier and inactive now? Looks unlikely, but I'm not very sure. This is another reason why LinkedIn is dying or being less efficient as a professional network, because even their largest groups with a well-defined scope have very little activity. It is time for LinkedIn product teams to sincerely think on these few points and improvise going ahead. They must come out with solutions to existing crap, and they must sincerely think of how LinkedIn can further add value to one's professional goals. I am not saying LinkedIn is a bad network. I am not aware of any other better network as of now for professional networking or for following your professional aspirations, but it is definitely losing its touch. Do you guys remember awkward? Thank you everyone and have a nice day ahead.